welcome back to the vlog. Today we are doing a super fun date night. We are going to be touring $2 million houses. If you didn't know, I am a realtor, so we scheduled 2 different showings today to go look at some different houses, kind of see some features that we like, kind of see like what we're looking for, things like that. $1 million is definitely out of our budget, so just want to preface with that. But we were just looking to see like what are some things we would like and whatnot. So this was a recommended date night idea that I saw, so I thought I would just bring you guys along and show you what $1.3 million looks like in South Jersey. So we're gonna go see the first house, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna have lunch. We're gonna make burgers for lunch, and then after lunch we're gonna go back to the other house because like we wanted to have like lunch at home because we are saving up. We want to buy a house, so we want to save as much money as possible. So we're gonna come back for lunch and then we'll go back out to see the second house. Now, of course, my husband loves the 3-car garage setup. I love that when you go inside, there are 3 bathrooms all located on the first floor and another upstairs. But my absolute favorite feature about this house is 100% this beautiful kitchen. I love the colors, I love the size, I love the space. I just think it's such a perfect and homey kitchen. I am also a big fan of the glass cabinets. I also really loved that this house had a very open concept but still had super distinct rooms. While I love a traditional layout, I also really like for things to be open and for you to be able to see and talk to everybody. So that was something I really liked about the layout of this house. Next to that was this adorable little playroom or office, or what we envisioned as a classroom for our kids because we do want to homeschool. Now, as I'd mentioned, there are so many bathrooms on this first floor. This one actually connects to a bedroom. We had envisioned this as kind of like a nursery kids bathroom. Next to that was the laundry room, which is connected to the master. If you walk through, you go straight into the master bathroom, which, oh my, was so beautiful. I love the size, I love the shape. I just wish that the toilet had its own separate little room, but that's tiny. Moving on, again, another favorite feature was the huge his and hers closets. They also had a whole wall of drawers and tie holders and pull-outs and things like that that are just so amazing. This closet was beautiful. I cannot believe how nice the house was. Honestly, so there was a few things about the house that we didn't like. There were things that needed to be fixed, but overall I loved the house. My husband and I have started a shared note of all of our household wants, needs, necessities, and things like that, because we have so many things that we're like, I would love that in a house, I would love this in a house, I would love that in a house. And then when we go house hunting, we like can't remember. So we started a list of all the things that we're looking for, and that was kind of what prompted this date. Was like, well, we should just like go look at like the awesomest houses so that we could add things to our list. So we added a bunch of things to our list. I can't really think of many of them off the top of my head right now, but it's lunch, so we're gonna go have some burgers and then we'll head out to see the next house. Now for this next house, we didn't get a lot of videos because people still lived here, but I did love this wallpaper in the guest bathroom. I also love that in the master bathroom, the tile was heated. I loved that they had a balcony off the master, and there was a cute little deer grazing in the backyard. But probably my favorite feature was, again, the kitchen, but specifically the hidden refrigerator. Now, I didn't really like that the rooms were a little more traditional and not so open concept, and I also did find this little sign which I thought was so cute because it had all of these cities. Hello friends, it is a little bit later in the day. We just got back from the second showing, which was nice. It definitely was, but we definitely liked the first house better. It had just more features that we liked. I personally really liked having the first floor master. I liked having like some bedrooms downstairs on the first floor for littles. I liked the in-ground pool and spa area that they had outside. I liked the circular openness but also not super openness of the first house. And the second one, it just felt a lot more boxy and closed off and a little bit too traditional. I like traditional. I don't really like super open concept, but I like somewhere in the middle. And I felt like the first house really landed perfectly in the middle of open concept and traditional. So definitely like the first one better. It just had a lot of little things, like little features that were just a little bit better. That's kind of like what tipped it over for me. With that being said, my husband liked the second one better. So everybody has their own preference, but we did realize that we need a house that has enough space in the driveway for our trailers, for our cars. We're looking into buying an RV, so we need a bigger driveway, and neither of the houses that we went to had space in the driveway, so that's definitely something that made the necessity list that we didn't think about. So let me know down below in the comments, what are some must-have necessities of your dream home? What are some features, like cool features in a house that you hadn't thought of that you really love? Some of the ones that I added to my list from today were heated tile floor in the bathroom. I mean, there's nothing worse than a freezing cold There is nothing worse than a freezing cold tile floor in the middle of winter when you gotta go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. That is the worst. Another thing that we added was having a first floor master. That I realized was kind of a big deal for us. And our third requirement was having a water closet in the master ensuite, which just means that the toilet itself is blocked off from the rest of the bathroom, like it's in its own little room that's still in the bathroom. So those are the top 3 that I added from today. But again, let me know what yours are down below in the comments. We are home now, so we're gonna do a Bible study and then some laundry, and then we're gonna make meatballs for dinner.
Either literally or by the testimony of their good deeds. Literally. The Jews had the covenantal advantage of the law, the written code, and circumcision. Verses 28 through 29 function as ground for verses 26 through 27, in striking contrast to the Jewish beliefs of his day.
Most interpreters say that Paul focuses on the sin of the Jews throughout this chapter. Another view is that the sin of the moral person, whether Jew or Gentile, who judges others is condemned in 1 through 16, while Jews alone are condemned in 17 through 29. Yeah. 21 to 24. The Jews fail to practice the law they proclaim. Thus, they face judgment. Rob temples. Robbing temples was a common crime in the ancient world because temples contained expensive items that could be sold for profit. Because they violated the law, the Jews were exiled by God. Their military and political defeats dishonored God because they were known as his people. Although the Jews did not face exile in Paul's day, their sins still led Gentiles to dishonor God, the God that they claimed to follow. Bad. Did you know? What does it mean to be justified? To be justified means to be declared righteous before God. It means that as the divine judge, God looks on those who are in Jesus and declares them guilty as charged, but pardoned and accepted. Did you know that?
I did.
So we just got done dinner. We had meatballs and rice and broccoli, which was so good. But now we have a bunch of laundry to do, and then I think we're gonna watch The Chosen and go to bed, but I still have to take off my makeup because I did wear makeup today for the house tour. It was our little date day, so I got dressed up. Good morning, friends. I hope you guys are having such a great day. I just got done doing my morning Bible reading. If you didn't know, I'm doing a 90-day New Testament challenge on the Bible app, listening to Streetlights, which has been going so great. I'm so happy for this group. We are doing it together. I think there's like 7 or 8 of us. I can't remember, but it is going so great. I'm just absolutely loving it. And we are also doing a Romans devotional with my church corporately. So we spend anywhere from 2 to 3 hours in the morning just really in the Word, studying together and learning together, which has been so fun. But I really wanted to tackle the pantry this morning. I'm not going to church until a little bit later. So I wanted to get the pantry organized and get the shelves and all of that cleaned up. Here is just the cleaning supplies and things like that. They were organized. My husband organized them before, but then they ended up in the baskets. So now they're a little bit disorganized and we needed the baskets. So then we had to pull everything out. And then there's just like a lot of stuff on the floor. So I'm going to pull all this out, reorganize it, and make it look nice. But this is before. We got our pastas and our sauces separated because we have a lot of miscellaneous sauces and stuff like that. So I separated those, and then this is all just random ingredients. So I kind of want to just start using what we have. I'm actually going to make these granola bars. So when we go to the store, we're going to get some coconut flakes and pumpkin seeds. That's the only thing we don't have. And then we're also going to look up a recipe for grits. If you guys have any grits recipes that you love, please link them or share them down below. I have always disliked grits, but as my palate is aging, I'm starting to come around to things that I didn't like, so I want to try grits. And then this is all of our ready-made foods. We have tunas, we have soups. This is all smoothie stuff. We have hemp hearts, flax seeds, chia seeds. There's also this, which is my pre-workout. And then these are lemonade things. This is all keto stuff. And then this is an aisle with all different fruits. We have our canned stuff. And then these are all of our snacks. So chips and cranberries, things like that. And then this row here is all my in-laws stuff. And then there's a bunch of salts. There's also a bunch of kerosene, I think that's called. Is it called kerosene?
What's that?
Those little fire things. What are they called? It's called kerosene?
No idea.
Why do I think they're called kerosene? I don't know. Chafing fuel. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, we also have a lot of alcohols, which I didn't even realize we had, but regardless, this is all like shared space. So we have our protein powders, vinegar, and oil. And then back here are all of like the alcohols. And then there's a veggie wash. These are extra spice jars. This is all of the extra spices. And then up top, as you can see, every tool and appliance that you could imagine. So just got back from church. My sister texted me that she was coming, and then she texted me she lost her keys, but then she found her keys. So we got to church just a little bit late, but we did do a new song today. I don't even know what it was called, but it was a good song. And we had a guest speaker, Joe Riddle from Wave Church down in Virginia. Very great sermon, was on Romans, which is the devotional that we've been doing every morning, which has been so great. And now we're home. We are dedicated to being more productive. So instead of taking that Sunday nap, we are going to do our laundry and kind of get a preemptive head start on tomorrow's weekly reset. Alright, so new system is anything on a black hanger I haven't worn from this date forward. Anything on a white hanger is stuff that I have worn but is polyester, so I will have to get rid of it. And then anything on these wooden hangers I have worn, but it is 100% cotton. So those things, the things on the wood, will be things that I keep. And then anything that's on the black, I'll have to go through and see if it's cotton, if it's not cotton. Does not look like a lot of my stuff is cotton. As you can see, most of the things that I have worn are white. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some cotton clothes. So drop down below, let me know where you guys get your cute cotton finds. I went ahead and prepped some toppings for the pizza. We also wanted to do some olives, anchovies, and this is the marinara. The cheese sauce is still in the fridge because we need to let this settle and rise. We did a garlic herb this time, so a little different. We'll see how it comes out.